If you're a freelance videographer, this video is for you. These are 10 items that I absolutely love, I can't live without, and I use them every single day. Let's dive right in. Coming in at number 1 is the SmallRig V-Mount Batteries. When I tell you the SmallRig batteries are a game changer, I mean, they're just so amazing. If you've never used V-Mount batteries before, it's one of those things that you'll start using and wonder, why did I not do this sooner? From charging my computer to charging my phone, and most importantly, charging my camera, it makes it so much easier. It's convenient, and I know I don't need to swap out batteries at a crucial moment. There's nothing worse than trying to change batteries on set, and even if it takes just a couple of minutes, that sometimes can completely kill the momentum of the shots you're trying to get. So, V-Mount batteries. And coming to number 2 is variable ND filters. When I say there's things that you just, once you know about, you wonder how you ever live without them, variable ND filters are one of those. It's gonna be able to save your highlights and be able to get you footage that just looks so good. And so there's a couple different options online, but the ones that I love are these ones here by K&F because they're really budget friendly, but they also have that little adapter on them to turn the ND up or down. You don't have to put your finger on the lens, and so you're not ruining the shot by showing your hand. You can just kind of adjust it as need be. And so that's why I recommend these ones. Again, they're typically, $104, but with Black Friday, you can get them for about $90. So get them out of savings, it's a good deal. Go ahead and get yourself one. Coming in at number 3 is the Moment Cine Bloom filters. Now, I was contemplating whether I should let people know about this one or not, because the Cine Blooms are actually my secret sauce to get cinematic looking footage. If you haven't heard of ProMIS filters, they're very similar to that, where they kind of bloom the highlights and give you this really soft, nostalgic look. And it's one of those things that once you use, you'll probably never take off your camera. They also have some pretty cool adapters where you can use Cine Bloom for your iPhone 16 Pro Max. And if you guys are into those, I might do a review on one. Let me know down in the comments below. When it comes to picking the Cine Bloom, they have a couple different options. One is going to be 10%, the other is 20%. I personally have both of them, and when I'm doing a family shoot and something that I really want to feel nostalgic, I'll go with the 20%. And when I'm doing something where I just want it to be a little subtler, a little bit, just kind of take the sharpness off, that's when I go with the 10%. And again, it's one of those things that it just looks amazing, and I love it. Try them out, thank me later. And at number 4 is the SmallRig Magic Arm. Now this is one of those things that once you get, you're gonna again wonder, how did I ever live without it? There's so many times where this thing has come in clutch for me, from getting POV shots to being able to hold a monitor, to hold a microphone. Really the possibilities are endless. If you've seen a lot of POV rigs on Instagram, chances are they were using a SmallRig Magic Arm. And again, it's one of those things that just, once you have one, the amount of times it comes in handy is just, yeah, it's amazing. One at number 5 is one of my favorite lights, is the one that I'm using literally right here. It's the SmallRig 220B. Now, there's a lot of COB light options out there, from Amaran to Aperture, Newer. The possibilities are endless, but the reason I like this particular light is because it comes with a carrying case. It is bicolor, so you can adjust your white balance, and it's just powerful enough to get the job done for me. At the same time, it's pretty budget friendly. I know there's ones that are a little bit cheaper, but they don't come with a carrying case, and so if you, like me, need to be able to take it on a shoot and you're typically running solo, having a case is great. And again, it just gets the job done. It's a great light. Once you add it to your kit, you'll be happy you have it. Coming in at number 6 is another one of those things that just kind of go together. The COB light, if you get one of those, you're gonna need some kind of softbox or lantern. The one that I have here is a 55cm softbox, but I actually would recommend going a little bit larger, because the bigger the size, the softer the light. There's been times where I did wish this one was a little bit bigger, so that's why I'm gonna recommend the 90cm one. And in addition to getting the bigger one, you're gonna get a sale on it. You can see here they have it for $63, a savings of about 20%. And again, it's one of those things, you're gonna need one. You're gonna need it for your COB light anyways. Why not get it where you can get some savings? If you're a videographer, content creator, at some point you're gonna have to figure out a solution for storage. And the best time to buy storage is during Black Friday sales. It's expensive, it's not fun to do, but it's absolutely necessary. And the Lacy Rugged 5TB hard drives are what I go to when I need to store footage. If you're like me, you typically operate off of SSD, but when you're all done with the project, you need a place to store it, and that's where these come in. I typically dump my footage off into the HHD Lacy hard drive, and as a bonus point, what I typically do if I need to go back and find that footage, is I leave a little bit of breadcrumbs. And so on my SSD, I will actually put the name of the hard drive that I moved it to, along with the date, so that when I'm looking for footage and I know I kind of had it in this area, I don't have to do that anymore. I can just go onto my SSD and see the exact date and place that I put the footage. Next up, Rode Wireless Go 2. Now, I know the Rode Wireless Pro has come out, and there's a lot of other options that are very similar, DJI. Again, I'm just recommending things that I've used, and the Rode Wireless Go 2 are still great. They have internal recordings on them, they have great battery life, and they're one of those devices that just work. You can clip it, you can have it on as a lavalier. If you're somebody who's gonna be making content or shooting interviews, I highly recommend it, especially if you do run and gun style things. It's so much easier to just give somebody this microphone. They kind of are amazed by the size of it. You can put it on them, it's not heavy, it's very discreet. And then when it's time to take it off, you just unclip it and you're good to go. An RGB tube light. Now, I know I said this in every item, but really an RGB tube light has been an absolute game changer. When you show up on a shoot and you're trying to create something that just feels more cinematic, when you throw an RGB tube light in the background, it gives you that little pop that you otherwise wouldn't get. It's one of those things that I use on every single interview for talking heads. It's what I use to light my office. It's what I'm using right now behind me. Like, get one of these, you'll love it, and why not get it while you can get it for a little bit cheaper than they typically come. Now, there are a lot of options out there, so depending on your budget, you might want to go with something different, but I like these ones for the size and the battery life. Last but not least, sandbags. Now, I know this whole list is great, and you don't really expect me to end on something like sandbags, but let me tell you, they are absolutely crucial. I've got a sandbag on the light beside me, I got a sandbag on my microphone, I've got a sandbag on this other light. I can't tell you how many times they have absolutely saved me. As somebody who typically works in a tight space and my clients will walk by and bump something, cameras would fall, lights would fall if they did not have a sandbag on them. They're not very expensive, but they will absolutely save you money in the long run. So get yourself a couple of sandbags and thank me later. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this one. Happy holidays and happy shopping. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.